Welcome to the user guide video. We're going to be looking at how to use the unique article script itself. If you've not watched the install video, you can go ahead and watch that first to see how to install the script. Well, the first thing you might want to do is you can check out in each column. You'll see down the left hand side you get prompts telling you a bit about the script and how it works and what you can use it for. As you can see here, it's a script which allows members to choose an article which will be unique and then remain exclusive for them once they've selected it. So we can go ahead and as admin and we can add articles which our users and members can then secure for themselves unique, which means only they can then use that article. We'll see that as we go through. First thing to do is edit the profile if you haven't done that, and just change the login username and password. You can obviously keep login as admin, but change the password to something unique that you'll remember. On the settings tab, under here you've got the site name, admin name and admin email, which you can change to be your email address for this information and notifications about the script. Language file and the CSS file I recommend you leave as they are to begin with. If you know about editing these files, you can change them to change the language or the CSS structure and layout if you know about the design coding changes. Otherwise you can leave it as it is and it will work perfectly nicely for you. Maximum articles allowed per member, this and the one above it, preview characters, you'll see in a moment. This chooses, so if you want to make it that this script will only allow your members to see and actually have one unique article, then you put in the number 1 here. If you want to allow them to have, say, 20 articles, you can change that to 20. The preview characters is when the members come in and look at the available articles that you've added, they'll be able to look at a preview image, so they can't just right click and copy the page, or they can't left click and highlight the text, like say for example here, look, I can highlight this, whereas when you see the preview article they won't be able to do that. I'll show you what I mean when we come to that section. But you can choose how many characters of an article will display. I'm going to say 200 here, but you could make it less, you could make it more, it's entirely up to you. Now down at bottom is the footer that appears at the base of your script. You can change it if you like to what will appear to your users. Once you're happy with that, you go ahead and you save. Next one then is the code. This is the codes that people need to log into your script. So for example, when they come to the sign up page, they'll need to put in a valid code that works. If they don't do that, then they can't access and sign up as a member. So it's a good way of controlling access. So let's add a new code. Then hit save, and you'll see the script tells us we now have a code ID and a code which we can edit or we can even delete if we want to. So when a new member signs up, they'll need to use this code to access the script. So if we move on to members, you'll see at this stage we don't have any members, and the script gives you the URLs that your members need to use to register with the script and also to log in. If I open this in a new page, we'll have a look at that and sign up as a new member in a moment, and we have to remember to use that code of trial. If I go to articles at this stage, there's no point any members signing up because I've not added any articles yet. So what you want to do is start adding articles for your members that they can exclusively use, and then they'll see those when they sign up. So I'm just going to add a new article just to show you. At the moment there's no member allocated because we don't have any members, but if I had members signed up at the script members, if I click this you'd see members here to allocate, but you want to leave it blank and you'll see later on who it is allocated to, who chose it. You can come back and look at that. You want to put the title of your actual article. So let's say we want to do the history of coffee and we've created an article about it, and you can see HTML is allowed. If you want to make this an HTML one, you can. I'm just going to paste in text here. So you can see it's an article with about 500 words, and I'm going to hit save. Let's add another one. So I'm putting in some articles, as you might have guessed at the moment, about coffee. This is the Arabica bean, and it's all about that. Again, it's around 400 to 500 words. I'm going to save it. And that way I'm adding articles, and I could do this about any particular niche I wanted. It's entirely up to you. It could be all sorts of niches. And then you can see there's the 2 articles that I've added. So if you watch the user video, you'll be able to see, if you actually go along now, I've added the articles. If you go and watch the user video, you'll be able to see how they sign up at the site and can use unique articles. And then I'll continue now on this video showing you how you can see members and what they've signed up for. Okay, so if you've gone ahead and you've watched the user video now, you stopped and you watched the user video and have come back, you'll see now what would happen from this point onwards. Or if you're just going to watch it through, you can watch the user guide video afterwards and it will show you what would happen from the user's viewpoint. If I actually now just quickly go to members, you'll see we've had a member that signed up. And here we go, it's a test user. We can go in here, we can edit, we can have a look at the information of this user. We can see their login, username and password. We can change it and change the info. We can also make them an inactive member if we want to, so they can't log into the site. And then we can go back or we can save. If we go to articles at this point, we'll see the articles that we've added. But if I go into the particular articles, let's look at the history of coffee. You can see that no member's been assigned. We've still got the article that we added and when we posted it. And if we want to, we can actually assign it to a user. But I'm going to go back here. Let's have a look again. If we now go into the Arabica bean article, edit this one, you'll see that a user's actually taken it. Member tester took this article and used it exclusively, so they now have that and other members won't be able to take this article. So you can choose who has the articles if you want to, but your members can sign in, they can grab. And remember at the beginning in settings, if I show you that again, we chose how many articles a member can have. Now this because this says 1. If our user tried to grab another article, they wouldn't be able to because they've reached the maximum number of articles allowed. So if I just quickly show you, I've gone into the user's account where they were doing it before. If they go to available articles and decide to take another one, you'll see here where before, if you watch the user video, you'll see that it would come up here, get article. They can't get it now anymore because they've used their limit. If I change the limit and allow them to have more, this button would then allow them to actually take more than the one article that they've already got. So that's basically the script and how you use it. You want to first of all set the code so your users can log in, make the settings to make sure they're okay, of course. Then you allow your members, they will start signing up, but before they do that you want to be adding your articles to your site script so that your users can then view any articles you've added and then select one to be unique for them that they're going to be using. It's a great resource for you to offer to your members. You can either sell the access or it can be something you use to build a list. It's a great resource for them to be able to get a unique article that no one else can use. And that's how you use the unique article script. Thanks for watching.